Connie, I'm glad you came back to counseling this week. How have you been?
I've been alright.
Any changes with how you're feeling about the stores, or still pretty much the same?
Yeah.
You gone to Walmart recently?
No, I didn't go to any stores this week.
You didn't go to any stores this week. All right. So I know we asked you a couple questions last week. I'm going to ask you a couple again. So you're still having no ideas of hurting yourself or others?
No.
No, it's still pretty much the same. Just you don't like going to the store.
Mm-hmm.
No current or no new substance abuse. I know last time you said there was none
No.
whatsoever. All right. Just wanted to double check on those things. And you're still taking the Requif
Mm-hmm.
for restless leg, right? Okay. So last time when you were here, you were telling me about how you're nervous to go primarily to Walmart. It wasn't so bad at Target or any other store or any restaurants, and that you felt anxious when you got into the stores. And you said that last time it was an 8 out of 10. Is it still about 8 out of 10 even when you start thinking about it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So the point of this week is we're going to start going over some goals, and we're going to figure those out together.
Okay.
And we're going to figure out some ways to get you to start working toward those goals. Now, if there's anything in this that makes you super uncomfortable or you don't like doing or you want to try to change later, we can do that.
Okay.
This is all tailored around how it works best for you. So, with your anxiety being at an 8, I figure a good goal would be help maybe reduce your anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So, what number about do you think you'd like to get your anxiety down to?
At least a 5.
At least a 5? Okay. So, do you think at an anxiety level of 5 you'd be able to go into the store and go shopping?
By myself or with someone?
Well, how would you feel? Would you be able to go by yourself, or do you think 5 is a good goal with someone with you?
I think I could be not comfortable, but I could deal with a 5, especially with someone.
Okay.
Alone, I don't know.
So why don't we start working towards you feeling comfortable in the store with someone? And then once we get that, maybe we'll start, when you're comfortable, going by yourself. But right now, let's just focus with you and a support person at the store.
Okay.
So we're going to make our other goal of going shopping with a support person. So that way, you're comfortable. So I was thinking, with the anxiety, I know that sometimes people have stress balls. And when they start getting really nervous, they have that ball they can squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
And they can keep it in their purse or, in their bag. So I have this stress ball for you. So when you start getting stressed out at the store, I want you just to squeeze it. Or even when you're in the car on your way. And you can squeeze it as much as you want. Trust me, if you wear this thing out, I'll get you another one. Because, it will help. But so, keep it with you. Even if you're at work and you start thinking, oh no, I have to go to the store with my boyfriend after I get off of work. Just start squeezing your stress ball. So any store-related anxiety, I want you to take it out on this guy. Right?
Okay.
So that guy's for you.
All right.
So then we need to think about how we're going to treat the whole being inside the store. So I was looking through some interventions and talking to a couple other colleagues of mine, and we were thinking that it might be helpful if you put yourself in the situation for a certain amount of time and then you're allowed to leave. So you could go into the store with your boyfriend or your mom or whoever your support person is at that trip for 5 minutes and then leave. So even if you don't do any shopping, you were at least there for 5 minutes. And then you can leave. If you want to stay longer, you can. But if you need to leave at that 5-minute mark, stop. So you do that for a while till the 5 minutes is comfortable, and then we can bump up the amount of time from there.
Okay.
Does that sound doable?
I think so.
Okay, and then you can also choose to have your support person with you in the store itself, or even if you want to leave them in the car. So they're there, but they're not right there. But that might be a better second step after we get you comfortable with the person.
Okay.
So you think that, so start out with the support person in the store
Yeah.
with you? Okay, so what time increments do you think would work best for you? So what's your starting goal? Do you want to be in there for a minute? You want to be in there for 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, and then when you're ready to bump that up, That's your decision. I'm not going to tell you, oh, it's been 2 weeks, now you have to be in there for 20 minutes. It's going to be when you're ready, even if you go in for 6 minutes the next day. Just slowly want to try to increase your amount of time that you're in the store.
Okay.
Okay? So I also would like you to keep a journal about these trips. So I want you to keep down what day it was, who was your support person that day, because I know sometimes it might change between your mom and your boyfriend, or maybe even a girl from work, or whoever you're with. I want you to write down what store it was. So if you happen to go to Target and you have a successful shopping trip where you're there and you buy everything on your list and you're there for an hour, great. I want to know, because I want to see if it's starting to affect other stores or if it's solely just Walmart. Okay? But so if you go into Walmart, I want you to write down the date, the fact that you went to Walmart, who you're with, and then how long you were in there for. And then after that, I want you to just kind of write down how you were feeling. So that whole scale of 1 to 10. So 1, I was feeling fantastic, there was no problem, and 10 being, oh my goodness, I need to get out of here now. All right?
Okay.
So we're going to start with those goals. And I'm going to have you keep coming in weekly, if that works for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and we're going to talk more about your anxiety, and we're going to see how this is doing. Remember, we can tweak things as needed. If you want to start into without a person, or you want to, maybe change the activity altogether because it's not working. If you want to maybe start with another store that you're feeling a little less anxious in, make sure that you have your stress ball, and if you need a new one, we can replace him as needed. I have a whole drawer of them. So, your anxiety levels, you're at an 8. I think this is a good plan to start.
Okay.
Remember, whenever you go into the store, I want to know what store it is, how you're feeling. That way we can try to track it. So I think that will help. So I know with me, seeing progress is helpful. So if we're able to look at your progress and say, like, hey, look at it, you went into Walmart last week and you were a 9, but you went into Walmart this week and you were a 4. How do we get that 4? How do we keep getting that 4? So we're going to slowly work down to this goal of a 5 on anxiety with your person in the store with you, and then we'll go from there. Once we reach that goal, we can set up another goal for without your person. And we'll just take baby steps through this, and we'll keep working together on a weekly basis.
Sure.
All right, thanks so much for coming in again.
Yes, no problem.
See you next week.